tough, man. No cover, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Come back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No cover, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Come back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Yeah, you nigga know I'm about to bring the heat right. Shit, I usually leave the street light. Hey, now I still keep the heat tight. Now nigga on gold like a green light. They say 144, nigga, you can get it. Ain't gotta tell me twice. Tryna stack a couple grand, get on some land, and put us on the field, in the field with the Warriors. And you know a nigga glorious, but we still keep it G though. Gotta keep it G. Keep them tools Home Depot. Might hit him with the Rico. Hey, hit the nigga with the Rico. Hey, say they fucked up the rap game. What you looking at me for? So I know they can't stand me. That's why I keep a Glock handy. Might sip a little brandy while I'm chilling with the family. Tell them a real nigga landed. Dressing all black like a bandit. Bitch, I ain't come to play. Bitch, I came to do damage. No cover, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Come back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No cover, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Come back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Back, now we ballin'. Ain't Babylon fallin'. You know the path a nigga walk. So that I walk. Nigga raised up, now I'm all in. And all I ever wanted was the win in the big body Benz. Now I'm gone in the wind, tryna stack a couple in. Now let's get it in, yeah, let's get it in. About to make the shit tremble. 144, the rebel. Yeah. About to turn it up a level. Heat the bitch up like lava. And it probably bring a whole out. And all that we feel is our fire. And I'm headed for the top dollars. And ain't none gonna stop me. None gonna stop. No cover, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Come back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No cover, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Come back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know.
Ain't got no time to play. Ain't no other way. I got them soldiers on the way now. Ain't got no time to play. Ain't no other way. I got them soldiers on the way now. I got them soldiers on the way now. I got them soldiers on the way now.
Yeah. 144 to
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
But the racks get to it. Ain't taking no slack, get to it. You took a loss, try to bounce back, but you blew it. Let me show you how to do it. Undisputed, I can prove it. Whoa, we can do it. Nigga, ain't nothing to it. Ain't no cowards, ain't no excuses. Let's get to it. Hey. I don't care what they talking. All I want is my Porsche. I'ma ride up clean. Look at me. I'm a false. Kill them off like a boss. Nigga, you better stop it. I'm all about my profit. I'm shooting off like a rocket. I'm about to blow these niggas out the water. He go harder, go harder. Steph Curry, fourth quarter. All I got is my niggas. All I fear is my father. All I bring is that slaughter. Bomb on the Pearl Harbor. He ain't real, he alive. If he real, who am I? Now his ass in the fire. You be king till I die. Please don't cross the line. Try to stop and stop trying. Bomb shop is bomb wide. I'm on the grind. Let's get to it. Double time and believe. You ain't harming me, nigga. I brought a whole army of niggas. So I ain't moving with precision. Follow every order given. Let's get to it. Nigga, let's get to it. Ain't taking no shit. Get to it. You take a loss, try to bounce back, but you blew it. Let me show you how to do it. Undisputed, I can prove it. One, we can do it. Nigga, ain't nothing to it. Ain't no cops, ain't no excuses. Let's get to it. You hear the truth that I'm speaking? Lot of hate for no reason. Probably don't understand. That's why I got the master plan. And all the power in my hand. Slinging shit on demand. You better watch where you stand. Just get flamed up and ain't changing up for nobody. They're warfare, what you know about it? This ain't a rap, this a message. Ain't it real, be respected. Fake niggas like a virus. A lot of niggas infected. I came to correct it. Bought a whole bunch of soldiers. They move at my discretion. When the rebels hit the engine, all them niggas hit the exit. Them niggas get the sprinting. I demand your attention. Solid nigga, I ain't folding. Plus you know a nigga hold it. Nigga, look how I'm rolling. Shorty check my demeanor. He's smooth, but I'm cleaner. Flow like Aquafina. Hit him, run the Seraphina. Yeah. I gotta deliver. I'm about to have a baby, but I still wanna breathe. Let's get to it. Nothing comes to a dream. I'm strictly dead. I'm all about the business. Rock solid and relentless. You came to make friends. I came to make a killing. That's why I'm gonna kill it. These niggas hurting. That's why I'm fishing, nigga. You need a healing. I know you can hear me. I'm a vet, you a rookie. And Kanye, you a Donald Trump loving pussy. I'm a king, you a cook. Ain't nothing you can tell me. I'm too ready. Let's get to it.
Yeah. Go ahead. Look, I keep it loyal to the team. UBK play for Kings. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Go ahead. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. Go ahead. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead. This shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 V's. Need them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. When cross the line, I'm gonna back up and I'ma hit his ass with his virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas, we eat. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say, all y'all do the sweet. Jay Ollie do the sweet. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead. I keep it loyal to the team. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, bitch, I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary.
Shalom, shalom. All right, shalom. Y'all about to say Isupk. So let's clap it up, man. Let's go ahead and clap it up. Barakathai Hawaii, I was shout, man, for these brothers in here coming in here to learn how to serve the Lord, man. You understand? We the Isupk. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Of course, in 1969, man. The home of the truth and not affiliated with no fake Hebrew Israelite group. You understand? No carbon copping group. None of that nonsense. No Christian church or no black organization whatsoever. You understand? If it is not under the name of the Isupk, it is not of the truth, man. And the Lord is not with it, man. You understand? And it's very evident today, man. You may say, how can I make a claim so heavy like that, man? You may say, man, how can you say, you understand, just say something like that, man? Well, how can I not? You understand? How can I not? When we try to follow these fake Israelite groups, man, and all they do is blue waffle each other to death. All they do is hate one another, man. You understand? And they hate is deeply rooted, man, especially for the truth, from leaving Commander General Yohana to hold this truth alone, man. You understand? So how can we follow them, man? How can we be in a Christian church? When we tried being in a Christian church for 400 years, we tried it. We still trying it today. And yet our babies are still dying, man. Our babies still dying in the streets, man. In the elementary schools, man. You understand? Our babies are dying in the elementary schools because of Christianity, man. You know why? Because Christianity breeds cowards, man. It breeds cowards, man. The Christian church breeds a bunch of punks, man. Which is why them police officers didn't go in there to protect our sisters and our brothers, man. To protect our children, man. Commander General Yohana breeds no cowards in 1 West, man. You understand? We run to conflict, man. We run to danger if it means saving our brother, man, because that's what Christ did, man. Christ ran to the face of danger, man, to save blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. Don't give a damn. Don't have no regard about his own life, man. But in this place, your life is more valuable than your brother's, man. From Christianity's sake, your life is more valuable than your brother's, man. And that's why we die, man. That's why we die. Because we look at another brother's life and we look at it as his least or less important than my own. We look at another man's child and we look at that child as it's not my responsibility to raise. It's not my responsibility to teach or to correct. We look at other brothers and they situations, man, and we think that these situations have nothing to do with me, man, when in actuality it has everything to do with you, man. If you black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, every time you hear any false or any pain or the cries of any of your people, man, due to their pains that they've been having in America, you have to understand that is your pain, man. The Native American Indians' cries is your cries, man. Them Mexican babies on them borders cries is your cries, man. Them black children getting shot down in the streets of America, their cries and their cries of their mothers is your cries, man. You understand? You don't gotta wait for it to be close to home. It's already here. It's already in the house, man. It's already destroyed our home, man. That's why in the book of Ezekiel it says, awake out of sleep, man. Because that thief and that robber and that murderer, which is the white man, the oppressor, man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, man, he has walked into our home and he has destroyed it, man. He destroyed it from the inside out. He destroyed the black family. He destroyed the relationship to a father with his children and a father with his wife. He destroyed the family structure, man. He gave power to the woman and taken away from the man. He turned the man to be weak and turned him into a gay man. And he turned all of us into just being just sinful monsters, man, and turned ourselves away from the Lord, man. You understand? And because of that, our house has been destroyed, man. Our house has been destroyed. But no sweat. Because since 1969, man, the earth opened up, man, and it helped us by letting this truth open, man, in the Isupk on 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, man. And the Lord reestablished his name in the earth, man, after so long, so that now he can see his children come off of the drugs that we were plagued with. So now he can see his children come out of the domestic violence that has plagued our community, man. That he could see his children come out of the false idol worshiping, man. The Christmas, the Halloween, the sleeping with heathen women, man. The drug dealing, man. The gang banging, the murdering and stealing from each other, man. The Christianity. Since 1969, the Lord has been watching his children raise up out of this hellhole, man, to take back what was theirs, man. You understand? And through the way and through the guidance of the officers and the captains and the generals and Commander General Hana ISUPK, we will do it, man. We're going to see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians live, man. We're going to live in a place where our children don't die in elementary schools, man. We're going to see it, man. We're going to live in a place where our children can go to school and come home and don't have to learn about gay pride and don't have to stand up to a flag that's murdering their people and has historically murdered their people, man. We're going to see it. We're going to live in a place where our people don't have to die by the hands of our oppressor, man, for doing nothing, man, for being unarmed and black. We're going to live in a place where our people don't live under bridges, man, and suffering from drug addiction, man, and feeling they got to kill each other and sell drugs or dribble a basketball to be considered anything less than a monkey. We're going to live in that place, man. And that place is called the New Kingdom, and Christ is going to bring it, man. Christ is going to bring it back. And it's going to be bloodshed when he do. But what we need to do is make sure that we following these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And we learning how to be brothers and sisters to one another, man. And that's what it's going to take. Give me Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. If anybody got any questions, get them ready.
Okay. It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Gather yourselves together.
Uh-huh.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Man, come back together, man. Stop hating each other, man.
Right.
Stop hating your brother because he wear blue and you wear red. Stop hating your brother because he speaks Spanish and you speak English, man.
Right.
Stop hating your brother because he's Native American and you just don't understand him, man. Stop hating your brothers, man. Stop hating your sisters, man. You understand? Come together, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. It's time for you to love one another, man, to accept one another. And why not? Why not? Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask for the Haitians to accept the Puerto Ricans, man? Right. Too much to ask for the blacks, the Negroes in America to accept the Mexicans, man? How is it? How is that too much to ask when you accepted crack cocaine in your neighborhoods, man? When you accepted Christianity, man? You accept all of the holidays that destroyed your people, man. You accept that, but you can't accept one another, man. You can't accept that brother because he wear blue. You better accept him, man. And you better die for him, regardless of the street he was raised on, man. Regardless of the neighborhood he was raised up in, man. You better be willing to die for that brother, man, because Christ died for you. Christ died for you. Christ accepted you and everything you was doing wrong. You understand? You wanted to be a whoremonger and a whore. You wanted to be on some stripper pole. You wanted to be the biggest drug dealer and the biggest witch the world could ever find. You wanted to be Freeway Ricky Ross. You wanted to be these men. You wanted to be give me another one. Chris Porter. Rich Porter, Alpo. You wanted to be AZ. You wanted to be these people, man. And you thought it was glory in that. You thought it was glory in that until you get older and you see all the people you done murdered because of the things that you wanted. Because of the wickedness that you found faith in, man. Because of the money that you had to make. All of the children's lives you destroyed, man. All of the parents you done separated, man. All of the children growing up in foster cares have to grow up and tell their parents that their mother is a crackhead and sold them for a can of beans, man. You did that. And Christ died for you, man. He accepted you and your drug addiction, man. He accepted you and he died for you so that you cannot be a drug addict anymore. Right. So that you cannot be a drug dealer anymore. Right. So that you cannot be a gangbanger and murder your brother in the most stupidest fashion in the world has ever seen anymore. You understand? And now it's time to come back together, man. And to love each other, man. Read it again.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Gather yourselves together.
Uh-huh.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Oh, nation not desired, man. It ain't no secret. It ain't no secret, man. The world hates blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
Right.
And come up, man. I dare somebody to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, man. Somebody give me the statistics, man. Somebody find me how big the Black Lives Matter movement is, man.
Okay.
How many people's in it? I'll wait. We're going to do a Layasha Allah. Some children who lost their lives, man. Them Isupk babies who lost their lives, man. We're going to take a second to mourn them, man. You understand?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Okay, sir. It is an estimated 15 million to 26 million people participated in the Black Lives Matter protest.
Let's just say 20 million.
Count.
20 million people, man. 20 million people that's in the Black Lives Matter protest, man. That is a part of Black Lives Matter, man. 20 million.
Good night.
You mean to tell me that Black Lives Matter, but there's 20 million that's rebelling against it?
Right.
That's rebelling against the hatred for black people? What you got?
To add to that, to help,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to bring the point home, I got an article here from the New York Times that says Black Lives Matter may be the largest movement in U.S. history.
Good night.
It says 4 recent polls, including one released this week by Civis Analytics, a data science firm that works with businesses and Democratic campaigns, suggests that about 15 million to 26 million people in the United States have participated in the demonstrations over the death of George Floyd and others in recent weeks. These figures would make the recent protest the largest movement in the country's history.
Good night. I ain't lying, man. This ain't just made up.
Right.
I ain't just talking out the side of my neck. This is the largest movement ever in America's history, man. The largest movement ever, man. You mean to tell me that we okay? Black people, we good?
Right.
You understand? We gonna tell me that we ain't oppressed in America, man? All oppressor has been hating us, man, since we've gotten here, man.
That's right.
Shown us nothing but hatred, man. You understand? You think that and go ahead and start pouring up y'all cups, man. Cause I ain't gonna forget them children, man.
That's right.
I ain't gonna forget them. You understand? It pains me to have to hear that, man. It pains me to have to hear that them little children had to lose their life that way, man. In such a sickening and devastating way, man.
Right.
You understand? And them cops stood outside and didn't do nothing. Let them get slaughtered, man. So the least we could do is take a drink, man, to mourn them, man, to remember them.
That's right.
Good night. You understand? You good? You good to go. We'll wait for the brother to get back. Hey, Shalom, Lil Craig. You understand? Read that one more time.
Mm-hmm. It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Oh, nation not desired, man. The biggest movement in America's history is the Black Lives Matter movement, man.
Right.
Black people ain't okay, man. The life that we've been living ain't good. It's not comfortable. You understand? 20 million people marching, man. Well, they say 26 million to be exact. You understand? If not more. Marching for Black Lives Matter, man. Marching for the hatred of black people, man. In America, man. You better start recognizing what's happening, man. You understand? Y'all ready? Y'all got your drinks? Go ahead, man. Laya Sha'ala, man, for them children, man. You understand? Like, go ahead.
It's like if I could, you talking about the children that got kicked out of school, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I could, I'm not sure if you spoke on it yet, but I always want to throw out that for all the people saying it's a tragedy what happened, it's sad what happened, and then on the same breath, y'all are also pro-abortion. Right. You understand? You a goddamn liar, man. Right. You need to be honest with yourself, and you really don't give a damn about babies.
That's right.
If you are pro-abortion, then you should be for what happened at that school, man.
Yeah.
You understand?
Hey, that's a heavy point. You understand? Absolutely correct, man. You understand? Abortion, when we was in the land of Egypt, it wasn't inside the womb. They was taking a baby and murdering them. Good. You understand? In the same fashion, man. In the same fashion. How you know? How you know that they was taking them as they was born and murdering them? How you know?
Like if I could, because the only way for them to know whether or not it was a male, he had to come out the womb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. You understand? But what's the other clear? You understand? It's clear how you knew that they was being born. For time, I give it to you. Moses was a born baby. You understand? And his mother took him, put him in a basket and sent him down the river. You understand? That was a baby. He was born. Meaning she feared that what? That someone was going to take her baby and murder that baby because he was a male Israelite, man. And so his point is definitely on point. If you for abortion, then you for babies that are absolutely born being murdered. Right. You're for it. You understand? But of course, man, if you're not for abortion, you understand, and you're not for homosexuality, and you're not for Christmas, and you're not for Christianity, man, then you should be for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, in the ISUPK, because it's the only place that's for the lives of them children, man. This is the only place that gives a damn about the lives of them children, man. So much and so, how do you fix that problem, man? We've seen so much hate come from the police force as they deal with our brothers, man. And we see the flaw in that system, man. We see how they treat our brothers and how they treat our sisters. We see how they murder us in the street when we are doing nothing, man. And then now we also see the cowardness in them, man. We also see how unfit they are to protect our people, man. You understand? Go ahead.
Like, if I could, man, what you bringing out was so heavy, man. And I remember at camp, you know, Officer Yanazar, he brought out a heavy point. He was like, you know, the police, they was out there for like 35, 40 minutes just sitting. And he said, Yanazar said, the report said that one of the fathers came up and was like, listen, give me the vest and give me the damn gun, and I'll go in there and save them children, man. And if I'm not mistaken, in the official report, that the guy wasn't killed by a police officer. He was killed by a civilian from what I read. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how true that is, but from what I read, he was killed by a damn civilian. You know what I'm saying? So what you're saying is just, it's so damn heavy, man, and just prove just how America and, you know what I'm saying, the European society, man, they're just cowards, man. And the tactics that they use for war are always mischievous and low down, just like a serpent. You understand? They don't know how to just be brave and have courage and go in head-to-head war like blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians will, man.
Right. You understand? They are a bunch of cowards, man. You understand? And they unfit to protect our people, man. They unfit to patrol our neighborhoods. They unfit to make the decisions for our children, man. They unfit to have schools for our children, man. You understand? And they are unfit to be on top of us, to rule over us, man, which is why Christ has to come back, man. Christ has to come back and bring destruction to America, man, so that the fit can rule, so that the righteous can rule. You understand? So that men who was raised up in truth, man, following after Christ, who was no cowards, can rule, so that can never happen again. You understand? Because as long as these cowards is in office, good night. How many more babies is going to be murdered, man? You understand? You get to go up in some. Now, I'll let you go to a bank, man. They have the whole bank surrounded within seconds. You'd be like, you're on GTA 5, nigga. You got 5 stars immediately. Right. But of course, your baby's getting murdered. And everybody's what? Looking left and right like, what we gonna do, man? You understand? Scared, man. And guess what? Guess what else that shows you, man? That's also a sin, man. You understand? What they did was a sin, man. And you know what they needed? They needed a man who had the spirit of King David, man. That's what they needed, man. They needed a man who had the spirit of David, who would have looked in the face of death, man, and went to go save his people, man. Went to go save his children, man. But that spirit has been so long lost through and washed away from Christianity and drug addiction and gang violence. The spirit of bravery, man, and pride, man, and being a soldier and a warrior for not just yourself has been washed away because of Christianity, man, except until 1969, man. Except 1969, man. And that's what they needed, man. They make movies and TV shows all day about superheroes, and here they had a chance, a bona fide chance, right in front of their face to become a hero, man. They turn into some punks, man, and let them babies die. I don't know. Them Isupk brother, they got a lot of love in them. They got a lot of love in them, because I don't know. I don't know what I would have did. My baby was in that school, and I found that out. You think the police don't get respect now? Oh. Let that would have happened in Harlem, New York. Oh. Police think they getting attacked verbally now. Oh yeah, you are nothing but they just at the McDonald's. You ain't nothing but a good night.
Right.
And it'll be the truth. No sweat. Keep going.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 2. before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, man. You understand? That's what we got to do. We got to love each other, man.
Right.
Drop that. We got any questions? I'm taking questions now. Any questions online?
Sir, not yet, sir.
All right, come on.
Like if I could, where do I find the verse that says like his sheep hear his voice? Christ is Christ speaking about, you know, he doesn't want everybody, but the
type it in.
Okay.
Type in his sheep hear his voice. John 10:27.
Okay. It's the book of John, chapter 10, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me.
Right. That's all you needed?
So if I could, slack it. Was there another verse where it says like basically not everybody's going to basically hear the voice. Like no not everybody's, he's not here for everybody, say basically. So I mean we got, you know, select if I could who Christ died for, I think it's 1 John 2 verse 3. But was there another verse outside of that, I think, that said the same thing?
Let's go to verse 24. Go to verse 23. There's other, I mean, it's everywhere in the Bible, but of course, are you just looking for one in specific, or are you just looking for different precepts that say the same thing?
Kind of different precepts that say the same thing. So
you can go to verse 23.
Okay, it's the book of John, chapter 10, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
And Yahushua walked in the temple in Solomon's porch.
Uh-huh.
Verse 24. Then came the Jews round about him and said unto him, how long dost thou make us to doubt?
Meaning what was happening here? There's Israelites coming up to him. You understand? Talk to Christ. And it said, how long dost thou make us to doubt?
If thou be the Christ.
Oh, hold on. What's going on here? I'm asking a question.
Oh, slightly. Was Christ speaking to the Sadducees in this, sir? Like people who were basically doubting whether he was, you know, the one to come to save us.
Who does it say that is around him?
Oh, it's like a Jews, sir. Just other Israelites, sir.
Yeah. So he's talking to the Jews, right? And it said what? What are they saying to him?
It's like it. How long dost thou make us to doubt?
How long does thou make us to doubt? Why were they asking him that?
They were asking him, they were basically checking to see if he was the Savior, sir.
Yeah, they want to know if this is actually Christ.
Okay.
You understand? Why do they want to know if this is actually Christ?
Because it's like it, sir, if I could, he's the one to save them. They want to know.
Nah. Why are they questioning if this is Christ? Maybe that's a better question.
They want to know who the Savior is, sir.
Nah.
Or they're testing to see if he's the one they should be following.
Nah. Think about it in today's term, right? Commander General Yohana is the head of all Israel, all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that are alive on the face of the planet Earth. Commander General Yohana is the head of all of them, whether they in the truth or not. He is responsible for all of them. All of their lives is on his back. You understand? But now, even though we know that, why is it that the Jews are asking Christ why are they doubting Christ? The same way that they doubt Commander General Yohana, why are they doubting Christ?
Oh, it's like it. They don't want to be under him. They don't want to. He's the one that they're supposed to follow.
That's the root of it. The root of it is that they don't want to follow Commander General Yohana. And the root of it is they didn't want to follow Christ. Right? But why are they doubting? Like, what is the doubt? What makes, okay, what does a Christian want to see you do that you didn't have to see Commander General Yohana do? What do the Jews want to see Christ do that you don't got to see Christ do?
Oh, prove themselves, sir.
In what way?
Shown like not a miracle or anything, but like
in the way that they want it, in their way. You understand? Commander General Yohana didn't have to change his precepts for you to come into the truth. He didn't have to say that the Bible allows you to smoke weed for you to come into the truth. He didn't have to teach that white women was okay for you to come into the truth. But they wanted him to change his ways. You know what they wanted Christ to do? They wanted Christ to drop the new kingdom down from heaven right in front of them. They wanted Christ to bring God down in the flesh. That's what they wanted. They wanted Christ to jump and fly like a bird and then teleport and then stay on the water for 30 days right in front of them. They wanted to see miracles. They wanted whatever it is that would make them believe. You know why?
Then, slack it, sir. If I could, then it'd be, then they would have to follow him.
No, because they still wouldn't follow him. You know what they would do? They would put him in some laboratory and study him like they do on every movie. Every movie you see somebody fly, what they do? They try to capture him and then do what? Study why this nigga can fly. Right? Of course, that's a movie. But they wouldn't follow him even still because Christians are Christians, man. And it's going to get into the point later in this chapter. You understand? But they want to see him prove himself to their standard, man. To how they want it to be proven, man. A brother coming here and he wanted to know if this is the truth because he want to rid you of his drug addiction immediately, man. Right. You know, you understand? Where else do they get that from? The Christian church. The reason why the Jews doubted Christ is because the Jews were Christians and Christians worship mysticism, man. Right. They worship magic. They worship voodoo and black magic and things like that, which is why in the Christian church, they believe in what? They believe in raising up people from the dead inside the congregation. They believe in some older woman coming and swooshing everybody back and everybody catching the Holy Ghost and falling down. They believe in someone flying in on a damn rope more so than they believe the works that Commander General Yohana does, man. Because Christianity teaches you to be a child. It teaches you to be a big kid and to believe in magic. You heard the song, Do You Believe in Magic? That's Christians. Christians believe in magic, man, and not in truth. You understand? And so they doubted Christ. Keep going.
It's like, if thou be the Christ, tell us plainly.
Mm-hmm. He said, if thou be the Christ, tell us plainly. You understand? As if he hasn't. As if he hadn't said so already. You understand? As if he hadn't said, my name is Yahweh Shai, man. And I'm coming from the Father, man. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 25. Yahweh Shai answered them, I told you, and ye believe not.
Christ told you, man.
Good night.
He told you that he was him, man. And you believed him not. You understand? We told you that Isupk was the home of the truth. That's right. And you believed us not, man. We told you Commander General Yohana was the head of all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Right. And you believed him not, man. You wanted to believe Al Sharpton. You rather believe in T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollar and Joel Osteen, man. Right. That's who you rather believe, man. Because they teach you if you pray a little bit, you're going to get $15,000 in your mailbox. Good night. Keep going.
The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me.
The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. Meaning what? I don't gotta fly for you to believe me, man.
Right.
I don't gotta change my doctrine. I don't gotta say that you can smoke weed for you to fill up the seats in the ISUPK.
Right.
I don't gotta allow you to sleep with white women so that we can fill up the seats in the ISUPK. I don't have to perform miracles for you. You understand? They smoke weed in fake Israelite groups and serve God. That's a goddamn miracle.
Good
That's a miracle to me. How the hell is that possible? That's some out of this world. That's magical right there. What you got?
Now, if I could, you know what I'm saying, what what you is bringing out is heavy. You know what I'm saying? If I could get you a precept to further aid you, you know what I'm saying, which is how Christians think, man, how people in this world think, and how, you know, Christ, like the same way Christ was letting them know, like, listen, I told you. The same way Commander Junior Honda letting them know, I'm saying, we are the prophets, man. This is the home of the truth. But of course, because Christians, you know what I'm saying, are simple as hell, and they're looking for a specific thing, and that's why I got this precept. I'm saying, in the book of Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 4, it says, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto them.
Right.
But the sign of the prophet Jonas, and he left them and departed. You know what I'm saying? Like they looking for, like you said, they damn for Christ to damn just bring the kingdom right down in front of them,
Right.
to just do all this crazy stuff. When, you know what I'm saying, the miracle, the signs is the fact that the priests and prophets are back on the damn earth, man.
That's right.
We right here. We saving and changing the condition of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans right in front of their damn eyes.
Right.
But they're not paying attention. You know what I mean?
That's right. You understand? That's on point. Come on now. All right, keep going.
Verse 26, book of John, chapter 10, verse 26. But ye believe not,
Mm-hmm.
because ye are not of my sheep.
Because what?
Because ye are not of my sheep.
Because ye are not of my sheep, man. That's simple as plain as day.
That's right.
You understand? You
Count.
you don't belong to me, man. You understand? That's why you don't. That's why you believe me not. You belong in the purple group. That's where you belong at. You understand? You belong in AOC or HICC or what's that? Whatever, man. The 8 head niggas with attitude, something. NWA. That's where you belong, man. Go be with them. YPF. Go ahead.
It's a lot here, man. But that what Christ is saying is so heavy, man. Like saying, like, yeah, not my sheep. That alone lets you. That's a cut, man. Like Christ. That is the cut to Christians, man, who say, "Oh, Christ loved everybody, and we all family." Like Christ is deliberately letting y'all know that's because y'all don't belong to me, man. Like I don't give a damn about y'all. Y'all not my people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the spirit, you know what I'm saying? In the flesh, yeah, y'all Israelites.
Right.
In the spirit, man, we are not the same damn people, man.
And of course, Christian will say what? Christian will say that the sheep is the ones who believe in Christ. I understand. They'll say that that's who believe in. That's the sheep today. Is the ones that believe in Christ, man. When that's nonsense, and we can cut that all the way up. If anybody want to step to the plate, you understand? Or I might play Christian today. Keep going.
Okay. As I said unto you, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me.
One second. Go ahead. What you about to say?
Oh, it's like your sister has a question online.
Hold that question.
Come.
Go to Matthew 13 and 13. Matthew 13 and 10.
Come. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
So the disciples was asking, you understand, why are you talking in parables? Why do you speak like this? You understand, in ways that's not plain, right? This is the precept to John. You understand? Because the Jews asked Christ to do what? They said, if you are the Christ, just tell us plainly.
Right.
You understand? But Christ didn't speak plainly. You understand? Right. He spoke in parables, right? Keep going.
Come. Verse 11. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
It says he's given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, man. You understand? If think about it like this, man. Christ coming back to bring a new kingdom. And in the new kingdom, we're going to have rulership in that kingdom. If everybody did what Christ was saying to do, then who would we rule over?
Right.
You understand? Some of us have to be disobedient. Some of us have to smoke weed. It has to happen. Some of us have to just continue being Christians. And as much as it pains your heart that your family members will not see the truth, the Lord is blocking them from seeing the truth.
Right.
It's not because what you're saying is not convincing. It's because the Lord wants them to punish. You understand? And he wants you to live. He chose you to live and them to suffer. You understand? And how do you know? The prophecies say what? 2/3 of the nation of Israel shall be cut off. Meaning what? The Lord is very much in cahoots with his people being killed. You understand? And thermonuclear warfare and World War III. He's very much, you understand? The Lord ain't all merciful.
That's right.
He ain't all loving. He's very much in cahoots with that prophecy, which means that the majority of us will not make it. You understand? Keep going.
But to them it is not given.
To them is not given. Keep going.
Verse 12. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath.
Meaning they choose to turn their ear from the Most High, then all the things that they have shall be taken away. Keep going.
Verse 13. Therefore speak I to them in parables.
Therefore speak I to them in parables. Keep going.
Because they see, they sing, see not.
Because they sing, see not. Meaning what?
Oh, slacking, sir. They see what's in front of them, but they choose to ignore it. They see it, but they don't. It's not convincing.
Right. They know that the Sadducees and Pharisees are hypocrites.
Right.
You understand? But they see not. They choose to ignore it. Keep going.
And hearing, they hear not.
They hear the gossiping inside the church. They hear the witchcraft that goes on. They hear the rumors of the deacons sleeping with every woman in the church, with brothers' wives in the church. But they act like they don't hear it. They turn their ear away from it. Keep going.
Neither do they understand.
Neither do they understand, man. They don't understand that we telling them that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
That's right.
They don't understand that we telling them that we got to gather together, that you got to love each other, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man.
Right.
They don't understand. Keep going.
Verse 14.
And
in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand.
By hearing ye shall hear and not understand, man. This is a prophecy, man. They got to be Christians.
Right.
They got to stay in the Christian church, man. It's our job to fish them. Our job is to try to fish them out. But the Lord don't want everybody, man.
That's right.
You understand? You ever seen some fishermen who fish and take the fish and throw it back in the sea? Hey, them brothers, you done invited this brother to class. He walk in here and do what? He go right back to the ocean. You understand? And what do? You leave him off the hook and you keep fishing. You keep fishing for that good bass, for that good trout, for that good flounder.
Right.
The one that's going to make you some money. Not the one that's going to come in here and be sick and dying. You want the bass that you can feed your family with, man.
Right.
You want that brother that's going to come in here and land in good soil, man.
Right.
The brother that's going to come in here and do work for the Lord, man. Why? Because our children are dying, man.
That's right.
You understand? Our children are dying and our brothers are drug inflicted, man. Our people are murdering each other in the streets because of a color that somebody wears, man.
Right.
Because somebody grew up on a different neighborhood or a different block. Our children are dying in elementary schools, man.
Right.
While police officers stand and let murderers go and murder our babies. The Lord don't want no weak man.
Right.
The Lord don't want no weak sister, man. And he don't want no small fish. He want them solid brothers, man. He want them brothers that's no cowards, man. That's
right.
One West. Because we ain't living in the new kingdom right now. It ain't time for that. Right now it's time to build this kingdom, man. And it's going to take strong men to do it. It's going to take men that won't sleep with another man's wife, that won't sell drugs no matter how much money he can get, that won't fight his brother no matter how bad he wants to do it, to build it, man, to protect our children, man, so anything else can just stay in the church. Anything else can just stay in the purple group. They can stay in there and sing kumbaya and hallelujah if they want to. But right now, our children are dying, and we need men to protect them, man.
Right.
Otherwise, more of them will go. Keep going. Uh-huh.
And seeing ye shall see,
Uh-huh.
and shall not perceive.
Uh-huh.
Verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
For this people's heart is waxed gross,
Uh-huh.
and their ears are dull of hearing.
Their heart is waxed gross, man. Their mind is it's just been tainted, man. It's been tainted with religion and Christianity and so much other things that just play. Hey, brother. Hey, sit down. Come on, let's have a seat. Let the Shaman handle it. Everything to up? All right, no sweat. Keep going. Uh-huh.
Lest at any time they should see with their eyes,
Uh-huh.
and hear with their ears,
Uh-huh.
and should understand with their heart.
And shall understand with their heart, man, with their mind, man. Keep going. Uh-huh.
And should be converted.
Man, and they drunk the Kool-Aid, man. Keep going.
And I should heal them.
And I shall heal them, man. Heal them from what? From drug addiction, man.
Right.
Heal them from all the plagues that Christianity has put on the earth, man. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 16.
Uh-huh.
But blessed are your eyes.
But blessed are what?
Are your eyes.
Are your eyes. You a brother or sister that came into the ISUPK and you did your 90 days and got your name. The Lord said what?
Blessed are your eyes.
Blessed are your eyes. For what?
For they see.
For they see. You see the pain of your people, man.
That's right.
You see the hypocrisy of the Christian church. You see the wrongdoings that America has done to your people, and you also see what? That we shouldn't join with them.
Right.
You also see that we shouldn't love the white man, that we shouldn't celebrate his holidays, and we shouldn't use his drugs and eat his unlawful foods, man.
That's right.
You see the truth and what the Lord is trying to give us. Keep going. Uh-huh.
In your ears, for they hear.
Uh-huh.
Verse 17.
You can stop there. You understand? Go ahead. What you got?
Police and people that do witchcraft.
Hey, he giving some volume. I can't hear him. Turn him up a little bit.
I allowed my family to get exposed to a bunch of white demons, and they police. They got it so good where they got Catholic saints and spirits of people, and they got me out the house. And I gotta figure it out, guys.
All right, say that one more time. I couldn't hear you, man. Yeah.
They got my family. They got my family scared to tell the truth about what's going on at my house that I was living at 3 months ago.
Turn me up a little bit more.
Can you
It's a what?
turn that fan towards me? I almost
say that one more time, man.
It's a lot, man. All of a sudden, I had started indulging in drug use. I was making a lot of money each month. Everything was great. My wife was smiling, kids were smiling. But I moved out of the house, and I guess she invited these problems in, man. For some reason, they want my family. And I don't know exactly what to do. I was about to go get somebody like at the Catholic Church to try to clean this spirit off me because something is on me, like a spirit of destruction. I even ran in the Catholic Church about 2 weeks ago and got the scare of my life, man. They surrounded me, man. So I come here because I need to come with brothers just like me that's an army, you know, and that's ready to take their heads off, you know, let Jesus do what needs to be done. And we help them.
I understand. For 400 years, our brothers and sisters in America have been going through many pains and atrocities.
But hold on, I want you to stick to witchcraft.
I got your point. Hold your peace. For many years, our brothers and our sisters, take the microphone, have been going through many pains and atrocities, whether it be witchcraft, whether it be oppression, whether it be just being at the bottom of the totem pole of America's chain of power. And for so many years, we have always thought to do what? What have we always thought to do? To rid ourselves of the pains and atrocities and the hurt that we have been put through. For 400 years, what have we always thought to do? What did your grandmama think to do?
So like, sir, if I could, to join them.
No.
Like if
To go to the Christian church.
They go to the Catholic Church. For 400 years, we've been running to the Catholic Church, and for 400 years, we've still been suffering. You want to know what you do? What you do is that you come. What you do is you come into the truth and you learn how to serve the Lord, man. You understand? You learn how to live, how to change your life, and learn how to not be the man that you used to be, which is the thing that is allowing those demons to attack you. You understand? You started it right now. You understand? You started it right now by being in that chair and asking your questions. This is how the fight starts, man. You get with brothers and you start getting counsel on how to fight those demons in those particular situations. Of course, I can't give you counsel here. You understand? They want you to join them. You understand? Might hurt you.
If I could, just, you know what I'm saying, just get a precept for the brother.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? If you could go to Ecclesiastes chapter, you know what I'm saying, 2 and verse 1. You know what I'm saying? I read it. So, you know what I'm saying? The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse 1, it says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation."
Uh-huh.
Verse 2, "Set thy heart aright
Uh-huh.
and constantly endure."
And constantly what?
And constantly endure.
Meaning you coming to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for more pain. Prepare yourself for more temptation, man. But you have to endure, man. The Catholic Church does not teach you to endure pain. They teach you to succumb towards it. Hold your peace. They teach you, hold on one second. They teach you to succumb to your pain, man. They teach you to be grateful for the things that you do have, man, but not to want more, man. To be in the truth is a battle, man. And you have to battle yourself so that you can save your family. You have a child, you can't save your child in the Catholic Church. You understand? You'll send your child to the Catholic Church and they are going to molest your child in there. How do I know? Is that something outlandish to say? Or do we know that they have a clear, distinct, you understand, association with child molestation in the Catholic Church? It's very clear. It's very clear. You understand? Keep going.
"And make not haste in time of trouble."
And make not haste in time of trouble, man. Meaning don't leave the truth because you're in trouble. Stay here and fight it. Fight it with your brothers, man. You feel like there's something attacking you or you feel like there's a demon on you. It is. You understand? And the second that you stop feeling sorry for yourself is the second that you can start to beat it, man. The second that you understand one simple thing. One thing that you have to know is that everything bad in your life that's happening, the Lord is the one that's doing it to you. And when you start to realize and understand that it's the Lord that's doing it to you, then you'll know that he can also stop it. But there's something that you have to do. You have to follow what he says to do. Otherwise, you'll die like the rest of the drug dealers that disobey the Lord. You'll die like the rest of the homosexuals that disobey God, and he gives them AIDS, so he kills them. You understand? We've been taught a misconception of the Most High by the Christian church, that the Lord created all good and not evil, when the Lord created evil to punish those who disobeyed him. The Lord created AIDS so that he can kill those who disobeyed him, man. The Lord created drive-bys and police officers arresting us and sending us to life imprisonment for those who disobeyed the Most High, man. And that's what we got to understand. You want to fight any demon, then you come to serve the Most High and not yourself. Not your family, not the Catholic Church, not your religion, not any fake group, but come to serve the Most High. You find out what law, statutes, commandments you should be following, and you do it. You stop eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. You stop smoking cigarettes and weed and vape pens. You stop sleeping with heathen women, and then you'll see the Lord change your life, man. You understand? And then you'll actually deserve it. You won't be like the hypocrites in the Christian church who believe that they should have $15,000 put inside their bank account as they molest and sell drugs to every black man in the goddamn neighborhood, man. You won't be like them. You'll be someone who's upstanding, man, who was a just man or woman. You understand? Not like them. And that's how you fight the demon. Keep going.
Verse 3. Cleave unto him.
Cleave unto who?
Cleave unto him.
Keep going.
And depart not away,
Uh-huh.
that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
And thou mayest be increased at thy last end, man. You understand? When you feel like it's time, when you feel like your life has been in all hell, when you feel like your life has been terrible, and you feel like you should just die, and you feel like black people are at the bottom and we don't have nothing, well, just then, you might get saved on them goddamn chariots, man. Just then, your family might be saved because of the work you put in, man. Because of the sacrifice you made.
Damn
just
right.
then. But if you try to live a good life now, you understand? Lord be with you. Live it up. Any more? Come on.
Verse 4.
Mhm.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee,
Uh-huh.
take cheerfully,
Uh-huh.
and be patient.
Meaning what? Take it. Take the pain that the Lord gives you, man. You lost your car, take it. That woman that left you because you coming into the truth, take it. You can't see your children till they turn 18, take it. And keep coming back, man. Keep coming to class, man. Keep getting with your brothers, and the Lord will give you more women. The Lord will give you another car, or better yet, he'll give you a brother that'll make sure you never walk again. Keep going.
And be patient
Mm-hmm.
when thou art changed
Uh-huh.
to a low estate.
And be patient when you change to that low state, man. Be a man. You understand? And know that it's the Lord that's changing you, man. Why? How do you know that it's the Lord that's changing you, man? You turn me down a little bit. How do you know that it's the Lord that's changing you, man? Because the Lord don't want weak men. The Lord.
It's a cord.
The Lord don't want no cowards, man. The Lord want men who is going to serve him even in their affliction, Salakia. Who's going to serve them even when they're poor, even when they don't have a car, or don't have a wife, or don't have friends, or don't have a life. The Lord want to see who serves them when he has nothing, man. And the Lord going to be the one to take it from you. Precept. In the book of Job.
Mm-hmm.
You keep going.
Verse 5.
Uh-huh.
For gold is tried in the fire.
For gold is tried in the fire, man. It's tried in one of the harshest conditions known to earth as it stands right now. In fire, man. Keep going.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, man. You want to be an acceptable brother, then you come into the ISUPK and you get tried in the fire, man. You get tried in here, man. You battle them demons right here, man. And you don't go back to join them in the world, man. You understand? Somebody read when you got it. When Job had to, when Christ was asking Satan, man, where has he been?
121, sir.
I believe so.
It's the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 21. And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away.
That's not it. I want the one where Christ is, where the Lord is talking to the saints. I mean,
Job 2.
From God, no, where the Lord, where Satan said, I've been going to and fro and up and down. Yeah, 2 and 2.
Okay. It's the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 2. And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence thou comest thou?
So Satan, of course, works for the Most High. We know that. You understand? Satan ain't just some demon that's battling the Lord. Satan absolutely works with and for the Most High, man. You understand? Keep going.
And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
So the Lord asked Satan, where have you been? And he said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking down and up in it. Keep going.
Verse 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
So the Lord said, what? Hast thou considered my servant Job? Why? Because Job was a perfect man.
That's right.
Job was an upright man. You understand? He was a man who was a just brother who followed the law, statutes, and commandments, man. This is who Job was. And the Lord is asking Satan, have you tested Job? Keep going.
That there is none like him in the earth.
That there is none like him in the earth. Keep going.
A perfect and an upright man.
A perfect and upright man. Keep going.
One that feareth the Most High. And escheweth evil. And still he holdeth fast his integrity.
So Job wanted to serve the Most High. He was. And the Lord wanted to test it, man. You understand? This is the opposite of the Christian church, man.
Right.
The Christian church teaches you what? That you come into the church and you're supposed to get what? Prosperity. You're supposed to prosper. You're supposed to get rich and your life is supposed to be easy, man.
Right.
Well, that's not how the Lord works, man. That's not how the Lord works, man. The Christian church has tainted who the Lord is, man. You ever seen one of them crime boss movies, man? With one of them mafia movies, man? When you got the leader and they trying to bring somebody on, do they just bring them on and say, yo, here's the Bentley, here's the money, here's the keys to the warehouse, here's where all the drugs is, here's this, here's that. What do? They walking in the street, what they do? They put the paper bag on his head, throw him in the trunk, have him wake up at gunpoint, like, what are you gonna do? Where the money at? Where the money at?
Right.
And what he got to do? He got a decision to make. And the brother who say, I ain't telling you nothing, that's when they take the mask on, they say, congratulations, man. They say, Most High in Christ. Now you can roll with us. But the brother who say, no, it's over there on 5th and Ave. It's on 5th and Ave. That's who they kill, man, because they don't need him because he weak, man.
That's right.
And this Bible's supposed to make you strong, man. It ain't supposed to make you weak. You understand? And that's how the Lord is. The Lord is just like that, man. He want to test a man.
Right.
You coming to the truth, he gonna take your wife away from you. He gonna make that bitch leave.
Right.
He gonna make her leave, man, because the Lord want to see what you gonna do. The Lord gonna see, oh man, this man love his wife more than he loved me. You understand? He gonna take your car away from you, or that slave, or that job that you got that you love so much. He gonna take it away from you because he want to see what you're willing to sacrifice for him, man.
Right.
How do we know? Who else loved their woman more than they love the Lord? Elijah. You understand? And what the Lord do to his wife?
He killed her, sir.
He gave her a heart attack and killed his wife, and then told him not to mourn.
Good night.
Told him he ain't even have 7 days to mourn. He had to go. You understand? That's how the Lord is, man. If you believe in something else, you gotta take it to the Christian church, man. But we don't teach Christianity up in here. We teach you the truth of the Bible, man.
Damn
That's
right.
what the Lord does, man. Keep reading.
God. Oh, sorry. This is
Job 2 and what?
Job 2 and 2, sir. 2 and 3, sir.
Let's go.
God. And he holdeth fast his integrity.
And still he holding fast his integrity, man. Keep going.
Although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
The Lord said, he's saying what? He's saying you moving me against him to do what? To destroy him without a cause. You want me to go against Job for what? He a good brother. He don't steal. He don't lie. He don't eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. He ain't a Christian. He a good brother. And you want me to go destroy him for nothing. Nah, the Lord want to see something, man. The Lord want to see which brothers are no cowards, man.
Right.
He want to see who going to stand with them through adversity, man. He want to see who going to stand with them when times get hard. Why? Because the Lord is a what? He a man of war, man. Everything about the Lord is about warfare, man. And he want to see who going to stand with him. And that's why we living in a time like we living in today. You seeing them children get killed in that elementary school. You seeing them brothers and sisters getting murdered in that grocery store, man. It ain't time for no goddamn Christians, man.
Right.
Our children are dying here in America, man. And the Lord needs strong men to raise them up, man. He needs strong men to protect them children, man.
Right.
Not no weak Christian pastor singing in some goddamn choir, man. That ain't gonna get the job done, man. And it hasn't. Al Sharpton had 400 years with his Christianity to save black people, and we've gotten worse, man.
That's right.
The Lord want real men to step up, man. And that's why Commander General Yohana is doing what he's doing in the Isupk. Keep reading.
Verse 4. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. Verse 5.
Meaning what? Satan said what? Satan said skin for skin, all that a man have, he gonna give for his life.
Right.
Meaning what? Hey, the Lord he gonna turn on you if I threaten his life. If I give him cancer, he gonna go back to the Christian. That brother who was coming to class, he love the truth. He love the truth. He love all this. It's knowledge. It's knowledge. Oh, let the Lord give him cancer. He gonna be right back in the Christian church praising Jesus on his knees like some faggot.
Right.
Like some homosexual. Salakia. I gotta get them words down.
Right.
He gonna be right back on his knees. You understand? When the Lord is doing it to him, man. When the Lord wants to see what he gonna do, man. And this is what Satan is saying. Keep going. See, he thought Job was gonna fold. Keep going.
Verse 5. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bones.
Touch his bones. Keep going.
And his flesh.
And his flesh. Go out and touch him. You understand? That's a nigga. Ain't that nigga terminology today? Yeah, a nigga think he can't be touched, right? Yeah, Satan can touch you. Satan can get you. Keep going.
And he will curse thee to thy face.
And he will curse thee to thy face, man. Meaning he gonna to give you the story so we can move on. Satan was ordered by the Most High to go and put boils all over, well, to go and try Job. Satan, of course, knows that by dealing with us, that our livelihood is very damn important.
Right.
A nigga's life, that's important.
Damn right.
And he knows that a man will turn on his God if it means to save his own life. And so he says, skin of his skin, he'll give his life up, basically, when his life is threatened. And so Satan is going to put boils all over his body. You understand? Y'all heard about monkeypox that's going around.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Satan going to put monkeypox all over Job, man.
Good night.
Just to see what he going to do. Now go to it. Now go to where Job got the boils all over his body and what his wife said for him to do. Hey, that fan,
verse 7.
the fan on these brothers right here. Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Everybody good with water? Water. Hey, make sure everybody in the room got water. Water, chips, water, whatever we got. Go ahead.
Book of Job, chapter 2, verse 7. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sword boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. Okay. Verse 8. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, Doth thou still...
Salakia, read it again from verse 8. Salakia.
Book of Job, chapter 2, verse 8.
Hey, Maha, y'all take over the Shema if you could, Baba Kashan.
Book of Job, chapter 2, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown.
So Satan put boils all over this man's body. Keep going.
Verse 8. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal. And he sat down among the ashes. Verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity?
You still going to that class?
Right.
That's what his wife said to him. You still going to retain that integrity? You going to keep going to that cult? See, I told you it was a cult. I told you they didn't have the truth. You better bring your behind back over here to this Christian church. You better come back over here to this Pan-Africanism.
Good night.
You better come back here to what's Dr. York? The new Wabian Nation. You better come back to it. You better be over here with Anna York and Samal York, all of his sons. You better get back with them. This is what his wife is telling Job. Keep going. Hold your peace. 1 second, brother.
Curse God and die.
He said, curse God and die. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 10. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh.
Give Job a hand.
Damn right.
Give Job a hand for putting his woman in check, man.
Damn right.
You understand? Job didn't allow his woman to choose the God that he chose to serve.
Right.
Job stood strong for the Most High and told his woman to shut the fuck up.
That's right.
Basically. Yeah, I think I can say that word, can I? I can't say that neither.
Yeah,
to hell with you two, man. Good night.
That's right.
Job told his woman to shut her mouth. You understand? Because she was wrong, man.
That's right.
She was wrong for opening her mouth in the first place and telling him what God that he should serve, man. When she be a Christian, don't nobody ever tell their woman that she can't go to church. How many of y'all know men who told their wives, yo, you can't go to church today. Don't go to that church. It's a cult. Raise your hand if you know him. I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
I've never heard a man say, hey, you cannot go to that church. I've never heard it happen. But a woman will tell you what? that you can't go to that class, man.
Right.
That you can't go to that Hebrew Academy. That you can't go to that Passover, man. You understand that you can't serve the Most High. Keep going.
Khan, what? Shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High?
Uh-huh.
And shall we not receive evil?
He says, shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High and not receive evil? Meaning what? The Lord gonna give us all the good things, but we ain't gonna take the bad things that come with it.
Right.
Keep going.
Khan, in all this did not Job sin with his lips?
And all this did not Job sin with his lips, man. Meaning what? Job didn't talk trash about the truth, man.
That's right.
You understand? Drop that.
Come.
Job was a strong brother. Go back to the book of Matthew. No sweat.
Matthew 13, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 10.
Uh-huh. No, verse 13.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, go to verse 13.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, speak I to them in parables.
Uh-huh.
Because they see not.
That they see and see not, man. I'm gonna break this down very quickly, man. If you know anything about the Bible, then you've heard of the parable of the sower. Everybody in here unfamiliar with the parable of the sower? You are? Or you are familiar with it? You unfamiliar? What time we got?
8:15, sir.
All right, let's get it real quick. Give me it's in the book of Matthew. Let's look at the parable of the sower for time. You know, I'm gonna go through it very quickly. It's very important.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 1. The same day went Yahushua out of the house and sat by the seaside. Verse 2. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went unto a ship and sat, and the whole multitude, stood on the shore.
Damn, I'm tripping. This is the same damn chapter.
Okay, sir.
Hey, my point exactly. You understand? This goes with it. Keep going.
Verse 3. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow.
So we all know what a parable is, right? All right. So this is how Christ spoke, man. And Christ spoke in parables because he didn't want everybody to understand him. You understand? The Christian church teaches that what? God loves everybody.
Right.
God wants everybody. Well, why did Christ speak in parables then?
Most sign Christ.
Why did the Jews come to Christ and say, man, can you just speak plain? If you're the Christ, can you just speak plain to us? And what Christ say? I told you the truth, but you heard me, but you didn't hear me. You saw me, but you didn't see me. He's speaking in parables again. They still sitting there like, I'm done with this nigga. I'm done. I can't understand this nigga. You understand? John the Baptist, was one of the greatest prophets to ever walk the face of the earth. John the Baptist, his value now is a little bit below Captain Crunch now, as General Hynek's puts it. He's a box of cereal is more valuable than John the Baptist, even though fake Christians love John the Baptist. Right. John the Baptist is nothing in the kingdom of heaven because John the Baptist decided to not follow Christ. But why did John the Baptist decide not to follow Christ? What drew the line for John the Baptist? What did Christ say that just ended it? I want to take a shot. It's one of the more familiar parables of Christ.
It's like, sir, can you say one more time?
What did Christ say that made John the Baptist just say, hey, I'm done. I'm not following you.
Oh, it's like, sir, the drink of my blood, eat of my flesh.
Yeah, he said, drink of my blood and eat of my flesh. They was like, what? Cannibalism?
Hold up.
Nah, they left. You understand? When Christ wasn't saying to drink his blood and eat of his flesh, man. You understand? That's not what Christ was saying. But of course, John didn't see. You understand? Because the Lord ain't want him to see, man. The Lord wanted John to be done. He did his work. It's done. Now we speak of Christ, man. Christ, the greatest man to ever walk the face of the earth. And that's
damn right,
man. You understand? Now go back to verse 13 or just keep going.
Okay, come. Verse 4. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside.
So now this is a parable of the sower. And a sower is someone who just plants seeds, right? So they go and they throw the seeds and they walk and they just go in the bag and they toss seeds out. Go in the bag, toss seeds out. And some of the seeds, you understand, keep going?
Fell by the wayside.
Some seeds fell by the wayside. The wayside is Old English for a road. You understand? So just imagine this, somebody throwing seeds, and some of them fall on the concrete, on the street. Keep going.
And the fowls came and devoured them up.
I'm going to let them break it down. Then we're going to get down to where Christ was explaining it. And then we're going to go. So the fowls came and devoured them up. This the birds that came and plucked the seeds up and ate them. Keep going.
Verse 5.
And remember during this parable, these seeds are talking about different brothers that you meet. Different brothers that hear the truth, see the truth, and come in or don't. Every brother that you've ever met, that you've handed a flyer to, that you told them the truth about, that you spoke to at camp, every single brother that you have met is one of these seeds.
Right.
It's no in between. It's not none of them. He's one of these seeds. Keep going.
Verse 5. Some fell upon stony places.
So some fall on the street, and some fall on stony places on the rock. Keep going.
Where they had not much earth. And forthwith they sprang up.
Keep going.
Because they had no deepness of earth.
Keep going.
Verse 6. And when the sun was up, they were scorched. And because they had no root, they withered away.
Give me where Christ is explaining this parable, Mahayal or Tabawan or Sadat. Give me where it's a different scripture. It's a different chapter where Christ is explaining what's happening in the parable of the soul. Keep going. You know what? Forget it. For time's sake, I'm going to just explain it. There's another scripture where Christ is explaining himself, but I'm going to just explain it now for time's sake. Go back to verse 4.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 4. And when he sowed, some seeds fell up by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up.
Meaning, this brother, he come to the truth, and he see the brothers, and he see the brotherhood and the militancy and the information and the knowledge and the heat and the Lashwan Quadash and all the artifacts and all the history that we got. And he see the truth, and he's astonished by it.
Right.
It makes him stop. And he looks and he says, man, what is that? And you see this at camp a lot, where a brother, he'll stop and he'll start to listen to you. And he's listening, and then what'll happen? Some white man will come up and put his arm around his shoulder and say, you know that's the black KKK, right? And what that brother do? Say, what? Black KKK? Oh, man. They say, yeah, let's go down the street and get some beers. And then he gone.
Right.
He's gone. You understand? Or what else will happen? Your mother will say what? Don't be going back to that coat. If you're going to stay up in my house under my roof, you better not go back to that class. That's a coat. And she'll do what? She's an idiot. Of course, your mother's stupid. You understand? Unless you didn't know this. Unless you didn't know that your mother was stupid when it comes to serving the Most High. She's stupid. So, of course, she's going to look up Islerite on Google, murders his family. See? I told you. They a bunch of murderers. They murder their families. And because you're stupid, just like your mother, you'll say, oh, man, I don't know if I should go back there. This Israelite killed his whole family. As if the prison isn't filled with Christians.
Right.
As if the prison isn't filled with murder and rapists and child molesters and pedophiles that are Christian.
Damn right.
But you're stupid. So you think that even one person who murdered his family, who claims to be an Israelite, who of course wasn't in the ISUPK, but it is not affiliated with no fake Israelite group,
that's right.
You believe your mother, and so you leave. Or what else? Your woman. Your woman tells you not to go back to that class, not to go back to that school. Otherwise, she's gonna leave you. And you love your woman, and so you do what? You do what you think God wants you to do, and you get plucked up by the fowl in the air, man. And he's gone. Keep going.
Verse 5. Some fell upon stony places.
And so now some of these people fall on the stony places. They fall in the ground, but they land on rocks. You understand? On the pebbles that's in the dirt. Keep going.
Where they had not much earth. And forthwith they sprung up.
You understand? Now, these seeds, these brothers that land on the stony places, they see the truth also. And they love the truth.
Right.
You understand? They admonish the truth. They come to class. You understand? And they grow in the truth. They come to class for a week, then it's 2 weeks, and you start noticing this brother. And you start seeing him, say, damn, this brother right here, he coming in. He coming in here. They even put on all black. You understand? But keep going.
Because they had no deepness of earth. Verse 6. And when the sun was up, they were scorched.
But they don't want to hurt for the truth. You understand?
Right.
They don't want to hurt for the truth. And because, let me make sure I'm getting this right. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm getting, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. This is I'm either getting this mixed up with the thorns. Let me see 1 second. Bear with me 1 second.
Yeah, thorns is next.
I know the thorns is next, but I'm gonna make sure I'm getting a correct breakdown.
Come on, counsel.
Right. You understand? They don't want to suffer. No. Salakia. This is not them. These seeds that fall on stone places, they sprout up in the truth. They come to class, but they can't bear being hated for it.
Right.
They can't bear their woman hating them for coming to class. They can't bear their mama bringing the Christian pastor to the cookout to debate them, and because they're coming to class. They can't do it. And because they don't have good soil underneath them to root them into the truth, meaning what? What is the good soil underneath them that roots them in the truth?
So like a righteousness, sir? Like,
no.
It's like a...
That good soil being other brothers and sisters to be with.
What is the soil that gets you deeply rooted into the truth? Meaning this brother right here, the sun is burning. Go ahead.
Would it be God?
We say what?
Would it be God?
It's not the Lord. The Lord doesn't get you deeply rooted into the truth. Remember this. The Lord don't want you to come in here. Remember that. The Lord wants you to show how weak you are. And he wants the men who are strong to be in here. You understand? The Lord ain't about to hold your hand. This ain't the Christian church. Right. You understand? Does the Lord want you to live? Yeah. Does he want you to serve him? Of course. But he wants you to be strong in serving him. Anybody weak, again, like we just said, you're going to cast them back. Go back into the world. That's how the Lord works. But what gets you deeply rooted into the truth? Think about it. You got 4 officers in here. Y'all know what gets you deeply rooted into the truth. It's only one thing.
Salakia says, follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
Fake Israelites follow the law, statutes, commandments, and they be getting cut the hell up by Christians. They get cut and confounded, and they damn near stop following law, statutes, commandments from some Christian that owns a church that holds 15 people. What gets you deeply rooted in here? Tabawan, you had it? Four other than myself.
So like the zeal, spirit.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to give it to you. Let this brother take a shot. Yeah, what gets you deeply rooted into the truth?
Constant study.
He's close. He's on it. He's close. But more so than studying, what? What specifically gets you deeply rooted into the truth? Nah. Now, y'all two are both on it, right?
Constant search for the truth.
No, I'm about to give it to y'all, man. It's simple, man. Once I say it, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, of course. Y'all all had to do it. Y'all blaze on the old pastors, don't y'all? Y'all look, y'all, do you, y'all, can a pastor come in here and just confound you and make you eat pork? Why not? Yeah, but how'd you learn it? What did you have to do before you could blaze on pastors?
I had to learn from the men above me.
You did, but even before that, go ahead. At the same time, I don't want. And that took what?
I had to endure.
No, it's one word I'm looking for. It's on the tip of your tongue. Come on. He's on it. That's on it. Commitment takes what? Dedication, commitment takes what? You want to battle pastors. Y'all, we came in this truth together. We wanted to battle pastors. And we kept getting told what? No. If you're not an officer in the ISUPK, if you have not passed your officer's test, you cannot teach the Bible. You're not authorized to do it. If a pastor comes to you at your cookout and he says, what's this I hear about you at some cult? What about John 3:16? Even though you want to blaze on them, you can't because you haven't had enough what?
Oh, the sister online asked the Brotherhood.
No.
Okay.
Man, I almost like at this point, I want y'all to get it.
Salakia, sir, you have to be trained.
Train takes what? What does training take? Come on, man. It's almost too simple. You on it. You on it. Consistency is on it. To be consistent at something, you have to have what? Can you be consistent at boxing if you only box for 2 days? Is that a consistent boxer? What's a consistent boxer?
Someone that practices.
For what? I mean, I practiced boxing for 2 days. Am I a consistent boxer? So what is a consistent boxer?
One who does it every day, sir.
And every day is what?
Train.
Time. It takes time. It takes time for you to be deeply rooted in the truth. How do you get your name in here?
Time, sir.
90 days.
90 days.
That's a time period. When can you marry a sister? After what? 6 months. It's a time period. How long do you have to court the sister? 6 months. It's a time period because we know the benefit and time in something. By taking your time to come into these classes every day of the week, now you're learning to root yourself into the truth. Now you're learning how to have brotherhood and how to have commitment and how to have discipline and loyalty because you spent time in here. You didn't just come one day out the week. No, you came every day. And every day you sharpened your iron with iron and you put yourself through the fire and you learned to blaze. And so now let that Christian pastor run up on you at that cookout. And you are going to blaze on him with every single second you sacrifice inside of this room. Every single second you sacrifice not being able to teach, and you came in here and sat in that seat and said nothing but card out of one card, that pastor is going to feel every bit of that because of the time that you put in to get it. You understand? But it takes time. And because this brother who landed on the rocks, he didn't allow himself enough time. What did he do? He went to the cookout, and some pastor said, what about John 3:16? And to him, it sounded right. And because he didn't come back to the class and say, hey, man, Salakia, I was at the cookout. This pastor came up to me. I know y'all was saying that, God don't love everybody, but he pulled this scripture. Where is it at? I wrote it down. John 3:16, and right here, it sounds like God saying he love everybody. Because you didn't do that, you got burnt out of the truth. Right. You got burnt out of serving the Most High because you didn't allow yourself enough time, which is why you can't teach until you become an officer. It's to protect yourself. Right. You understand? That's why that rule is in place. Because if you go out there and start teaching, guess what? None of us will make it in here. Because them pastors, have you talked to a pastor before? They're going to get you. They are going to get you. They're going to start talking and talking and talking. They're going to be like, damn, the pituitary gland and this and the necromancy and the microorganisms and the, what's that, the polite's wife, the gland that she has that can make a woman have a baby without a man. Pituitary? The pituitary gland. Yes. They're gonna get you the pituitary gland and because the doors and the and you're gonna be like, damn, that sound more educated than them niggas. I'm gonna just go with you. Then you get molested by Dr. York. End of that story. Right. Keep going.
Come. And when the sun was up, they were scorched. And because they had no root, they withered away.
They withered away because they had no root inside the truth. Keep going.
Come. Verse 7.
They didn't allow themselves enough time. Keep going.
Come. Verse 7. And some fell among thorns. And the thorns sprung up and choked them.
And now these fall among thorns, meaning they give themselves time in the truth. This brother comes into the truth and he loves it. This brother is a soldier. He gung-ho down the ride. He in all black pants, black shirt, black headband, black boots, and he in here every day. I want to be a trooper, front and center. He in the front. Hold your peace. Once I'm going to come to you after I finish this. He in the front every single day. He putting in work. He putting in time. He going to camp. He's standing outside the camp on a Mariam Shabbat. You looking at this brother like, this the one. This brother right here, he good. He good. But then there comes a day. He gets his name, and we ask you, hey, there ain't no sweat. You don't got to be a trooper in the school. You could just be a civilian. You don't got to do this. You don't got to go through Hebrew Academy. You don't got to join the ranks. You can just be a civilian, just pay your tithes. Come to the class, come to the Passover, rock out. You can step out to the club with us, all of that, wear your fringes and all that. But we ask you, do you want to take this oath until being into these ranks of this school? And that brother say, what? He say, yeah, con on con. I want to be a trooper. I want to blaze at camp. I want to debate. I want to battle. I want my wife to be the wife of an officer of 50, 500, 1,000, 5,000. I want that. But then eventually that brother gets a call and he got to go to Alabama. And that's a 7-hour drive. And he loves his car. He don't want to put that many mileage on his car. Eventually that brother guy drives another brother up to Virginia. He woke up this morning thinking he was going to camp with Sadak. Sadak and this brother, they had plans to go to the brunch spot after camp. They was gonna go play pool after camp. He get the car. Hey, I need you to pick up Gaparov and Maya Shah and go to Virginia. Go to camp with them brothers. They ain't got enough men. And eventually it becomes too much. He loves the truth, but he doesn't want to suffer for it. He loves the truth, but he doesn't want to be poor for it. He doesn't want to have to pay camp funds and building funds. He doesn't want to have to sacrifice. He doesn't want to have to do these things. It hurts him too much. He'd rather be in the Christian church. But at least in the Christian church, he don't got to sacrifice that much. Nobody's calling him and saying, hey, I need you to roll. Let's go. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. Hey, I need you to roll. Come on, get up. We got work to do. You got to go stand in the sun. We got to go battle. There's a debate. I need you. Hey, I need you right now. I need you to get out the bed with your wife and come on. That hurts.
Come.
It hurts a brother to have to go through that. And it pains him and it suffers him. And this brother can't stand being suffered, man. He can't stand suffering, pain to be in this truth. And he leaves. A brother outranked. He think that he does so much work, then another brother get a rank raise over him. A brother who came in the truth after him. And that, of course, just hurts his feelings too much. And he starts to cry about his rank and how he should be this and he should be that, so much that he leaves, man, because he cannot suffer for the truth and he gets choked out. Keep going.
Okay. Verse 8. Book of Matthew chapter 13, verse 8. But other fell into good ground.
But some men that you meet, they fall into good ground. They fall into good soil. Keep going.
And brought forth fruit.
And they brought forth fruit. What is the fruit that they brought forth?
It's like more people into the truth.
Not necessarily. The fruit wouldn't just necessarily be more people, but what?
They put in their brick. They did the work that they needed to do in the truth.
Yeah, they brought forth work, man. You understand? They passed out flies. They passed out 100,000 flies in their career. They done talked to 200,000 people in their career. They hold down classes, man. They holding debates. They holding shamar. They paying their tithes. They bringing sandwiches and chips and water and having their ribs to cook for the feast. They bringing forth fruit, man. You understand? Keep going.
Some 100-fold.
Some 100-fold. Some of you brothers is gonna do, 100-fold of work, which is glorious. Keep going.
Some 60-fold.
Some of you, be 60-fold, which is also glorious. Keep going.
Some 30-fold.
And some of you would be 30-fold, which is also glorious. But it also means what? That none of us are equal. You understand? Some brothers do more work than others, and it's fine. But the point is that we have to do what? We have to work.
Right.
You understand? You want Christ to come back and give you something, then this is your time to give him something. You understand? Read that last part, verse 9.
Verse 9. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear.
So now, you just heard this parable. Who have ears, let him hear. Now go back down to verse 13.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 13.
Therefore
speak I to them in parables.
So the Jews are asking, why do you speak in this way? Why do you speak in parables? Right? Keep going.
Because they sing, see not.
Because they sing, see not. Keep going.
And hearing they hear not.
And hearing they hear not. Keep going.
Neither do they understand.
Neither do they understand, man. Christ don't want everybody.
That's right.
You understand? Christ wants soldiers that's gonna roll with him.
Damn right.
And that's it. Done. Drop that. Sister had a question online, then I'm gonna come to you, brother, in the green pants.
Yeah, come on. She asked if you can go over Deuteronomy 23:7. Her question is, being it states not to abhor the Edomite and Egyptians, but the school says otherwise.
Go ahead.
Come on.
Who asked this question?
It's like a sister named Ann.
No
Ann
sweat.
Perez.
No sweat. I got you.
All right.
Go to it. Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 7.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. It's like 23, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou wast a stranger in his land.
And because thou was a stranger in his land. Now her question is, she said, what was the last part she said?
She said, but the school says otherwise.
Let me just help you out 1 second, sis. The school doesn't teach anything that goes against the Bible.
That's right.
Nothing. Not even this. You understand now? I'll help you out. Let's break it down. Read it one more time.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 7. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite.
Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. What does abhor mean? One. To treat with hatred. You understand? That's what abhor means. How do you treat someone with hatred?
Oh, so I can start to do something to them.
Give me an example. Hey, somebody see me one more time with another bottle of water, Baba Kushar.
So I can start to physically harm an Edomite, or to spit on them, or assault them.
How about hang us from tree to tree?
Come on.
How about whip our backs?
Right.
How about shoot us in the street when we unarmed?
Right.
You understand? That's what abhor means. Do we whip anybody's backs? I mean, I know I carry a whip, but I ain't think I hit no Edomite with it. Just, you understand?
Right.
Yeah, right. Do we shoot white babies in the street? No, we don't. We don't treat our oppressor with hatred. We don't do anything to him.
That's right.
You understand? But separate from him. And that's not what the ISUPK teaches. How do we treat our oppressor? What does the ISUPK teach in regards to dealing with your oppressor? In which we do hate.
That's right.
Go ahead. To be professional with them. You go into the bank and that white woman's at the bank, say, hey, how you doing? Hey, yeah, I'm just coming to deposit the $2 that I got in my checkings account.
Good night.
If you could, here's my card. Okay, you want to deposit the $2? I mean, you want to withdraw the $2 or deposit? Yes, please. Here you go. Thank you. Have a nice day. You do the same, whatever. You understand?
That's right.
You at a restaurant and a white waitress is waiting your table. She do a good job. Tip her.
That's right.
Give her some money. Give her $5. I don't know how much you want to tip. What's gratuity? Tip her. Who the hell cares? You understand? Don't be an idiot. Don't be a carnal-minded idiot. You understand? There's fake Israelite groups for that. There's fake Israelite groups that teach that we can be able to rape their women because they raped ours. That we're going to be able to do the nasty things that they did to us because they did nasty things to us. We don't do that. You understand? In the ISUPK, we don't teach to rape no woman even though they raped ours. Right. We ain't even going to sleep with they women, man. You understand, Mahaya? What you got?
This got two precepts for the sisters so she could understand, of course. The first one is the book of Colossians, chapter 4 and verse 6. Says, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. You understand? Of course, which goes right along with what you're saying as far as how we deal with them professionally. You know what I mean? As far as we know how to deal with them, we know how to, verbally, have situations with them. And the second one is going to be Matthew chapter 10 and verse 16. It says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves, but ye therefore, wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Like he was bringing out, we don't of course abhor them in the way that they abhor us, man. We don't write, here's your reparation on the reparation on guns and then go in the store and murder, 10 damn people. We don't harm nobody. All we do is, of course, is exercise our freedom of speech.
Right.
You understand? And speak to our people and let them know why we should separate from these damn beasts. You understand? And the reason why we feel this way comes from the Lord. It doesn't come from our deep personal hatred, to these other nations.
Right.
You understand? Like the hatred that we have for these other nations is, of course, a righteous hatred, man.
Right.
You understand?
And of course, ISUPK trains up men to be perfect citizens in America.
That's right.
Understand? Stop one. Well, I'm gonna bring him out, man. I think I might play Christian after this for time's sake.
Salaki, I just wanted to I got a few, but you can read
Can we keep it down to 2 just for time's sake? The 2
Got
best
it.
ones?
got you. Leviticus 26 and 15 is a precept, and also Leviticus 26 and 44. Like I said, there's more, but those are 2 that show that abhor is an action word.
Right.
See, Salaki, if I may, just like how the word love has been corrupted in the Christian church,
Right.
and you think that love is some floaty, magical Disney feeling,
Some feeling, yeah.
some feeling that you get butterflies in your stomach, and now you in love or you love something.
Right.
But that's not what love really is in the Bible, and that's not what abhor really is. So abhor something is an action word.
Right.
Salakia. So Maya Shah, can you read Leviticus 26, Baba Kushah? I think it was 26 to 15. The other one was Leviticus, I think 26 and 44.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 15.
Oh, you don't got a mic?
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 15. And if ye shall despise my
So
statutes,
this is a script, if I may, Salak. This is a scripture talking about, what I'm saying, about the law, right? So it says, if you shall despise my statutes, go ahead.
or if your soul abhor,
What's that word?
if your soul abhor
Uh-huh.
my judgment,
If your soul abhor my judgments. Now, if abhor is a floaty feeling, then the next part wouldn't make sense. Go ahead.
so that ye will not do.
You will not what?
So ye will not do.
No, you'll not feel it.
So ye will not do.
No, you have a image in your head of something you're thinking.
So that ye will not do.
Go ahead.
All my commandments.
Go ahead.
But ye, that's like it. But that ye break my covenant.
So to abhor in a commandment means you don't do it. It doesn't mean that you think about it and feel about it and or dislike it. Oh, I dislike the fact that I can't eat pork, but I don't know. Then that means you don't abhor the commandment. Abhorring the commandment means you actually you hate it so much. I'm gonna go eat that pork, and you eat it. It's an action word. It's like in one more, and then you got it, bro. Salaki. Leviticus 26 and 44.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and 44.
And this is just underline what obviously Yara Mock said about the KKK and what to abhor really means. Go ahead.
And yet for all that, when they be in the land of their enemies,
Uh-huh.
I will not cast them away.
Go ahead.
Neither will I abhor
So the
them.
Lord said he's not going to cast them away, and he's not going to do what?
Abhor them.
He will not abhor us to do what? Read on.
To destroy them.
To do
utterly.
what?
To destroy them.
No, abhorring something is just how you feel about
To
them.
destroy them.
You
utterly.
dislike them.
To destroy them. utterly.
God said that he wasn't going to abhor us, so he wasn't going to what? Destroy us. When you abhor something, you harm it, destroy it, or fight against it physically. Salaki, I just want to clarify that.
What? No, you don't fight nobody physically. That's not our fight. The scriptures say that we fight against principalities, man. Our fight is not carnal. We don't fight. Now, what we do is in the same scripture, go to verse 6. The same scripture, Deuteronomy, where the sister's question was 23, and just go up one verse. You understand? You understand, sister? Ask your question. No, we don't treat anyone with hatred. We treat them professionally, but we do follow the Bible. We do that. So let's follow the Bible. Read what you got.
Okay, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not seek their peace.
Thou shalt what?
Not seek their peace.
Nah, you can't abhor Edomites.
Thou shalt not seek their peace.
Nah, you shouldn't hate white people.
Thou shalt not seek their peace.
Nah, you should love everybody.
Thou shalt not seek their peace.
If we're going to follow one part of the Bible, we got to follow all of it. What did God say to do?
Thou shalt not seek their peace.
Don't seek their peace.
Damn right.
Don't pull this scripture trying to save white people.
Right.
If somebody said this scripture meant what you thought it meant, you should have left it alone. Why? Because there's not one white person in their churches telling their police officers to not abhor us.
Right.
There's not one white person telling Dylan Storm Roof not to murder us.
Right.
They ain't in their classes and in their educational systems teaching their police officers to not mistreat us.
Right.
They hate us and they murder us. So why the hell is it that we have to save them?
Right.
We shouldn't even say nothing about the hatred towards our oppressor, man. When our children are dying by their hands, man.
Right.
When black people ain't done nothing but love them, man. Again, when have we ever hung them from tree to tree? When have we ever burned them at the stake?
Good night.
When have we ever policed their communities and murdered their children? Never.
That's right.
But however, the Bible is perfect. And to answer your question, we don't treat them with hatred, but we also don't seek to get peace with them. Keep going.
Right. Come on. Nor their prosperity, all thy days forever.
Nor their prosperity, their Christianity, man. Right. Their money, their wealth, their allegiance, man. We don't seek to have allegiance with their flag, man, or their prosperity forever, man. I'll tell you one thing, in the Isupk, we ain't looking for no problems.
That's right.
Because we ain't Christians, though. And we damn sure ain't running from it either.
Damn right.
So let a white boy come in here with an AK-47 and see what happens to him.
That's right.
He ain't killing my brothers in here. They ain't gonna kill my mothers in here because the Isupk, of course, is taught the Bible, and the Bible is perfect. And we know that we can defend ourselves. But Christianity teaches you not to abhor an Edomite. So if he pulls out that AK-47, what can you do? This brother had his hand raised. Yeah, you got to get on your knees and pray for him. What you got? What you got? A question? Go ahead. What's your question? Go ahead and speak to the mic just so the people online can hear you.
Let's say you left for a month and it's the people in the county, they're afraid of you that much where they're keeping you away from your own house and it's no reason. Are you going to just ignore that, or are you going to bring total sword war?
I'm not going to do nothing but serve the Most High. You understand? That's all you got to do. If there is a home that you can't get to, go build another one. That's what a man does. You understand? There's many brothers who come into the truth who their wives have kicked them out of the house because they joined a cult. You know that there's many brothers who came in the truth because their wives have taken their children away from them. There's many brothers who have lost their whole family coming into the truth. You know what you do? Go build another house. Right. Go build another one. What about him? Then be a hero. Don't be some bitch. Don't go back to the house. I'm not calling you a bitch. I'm saying what you shouldn't do. Don't go back to the house and get on your knees and beg to some woman or beg to your mama and serve her God, because then what will your children look like? They won't look at you as a hero. You understand? Go and build another house. And when they get older, they'll know who the hero is. They'll know that my father stood on what he believed in. He stood on what he believed in. And no, I wasn't able to see my dad in all of these years, but they'll also know what? They'll know it's because of some bitch. It doesn't matter about what it is. It could be about magic. It could be about Christianity. It could be about drug addiction. The thing is that you can't fall victim to none of it. Don't let anything become your God except the God that you choose. Now, if you choose to be have to serve drug addiction, then that'll be your God. But if you choose to serve the God of the Bible, then you can't even worry about what any white magic or dark magic or whatever the hell else they got out there. What else do you got? There's many of temptations and lustful things that can have you turn your heart away from the Most High. Who gives a damn? Right. Understand? Who gives a damn that you lost your kids and that you lost your house and that you lost your car? Who gives a damn? Right. Christ died. Christ died on a cross and got crucified, and he didn't do half of the things that you did. And he lost his life for you. So what the hell is you losing your kids? What the hell is it to you to lose your wife or to lose your job when Christ lost everything for you? You owe him. Right. You owe him I don't think nothing. I'm telling you what it is. You owe Christ your life. And until you lose that, you got a debt that you can't unpay, that you can't pay unless you come in the Isupk and learn to serve the Most High, man. Right. You have a debt. And that's it, man. Done. There's nothing else that you should do on the face of the planet Earth but be in here and serve the Most High by following these laws, statutes, commandments. Done. Life is simple. The Christian church makes this Bible to be very much confusing. But the Lord is not the author of confusion, man. Right. He's very simple, man. The whole duty of man is to do what? to serve the Most High and to follow his law, statutes, commandments. Done. You understand? Anything else, I got to move. If you got more questions, see me after class. But we got to move on. Any other questions? Any other questions online?
Sister said, Thawada, I understand.
Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. You understand? One more. If there's no other questions in the room.
Like it, sir, if I could.
Go ahead.
All right, I don't know how long it might take, but what's the difference? What could I say is the difference between a law, a statute, and a commandment? If I could.
Nothing. Follow all of them.
Huh?
Shalom. Let me see here. Any other questions? Give me 1 John chapter 2 and verse 10. Then give me Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 18. And then Micah chapter 3 and verse 1. We're going in there. Isaiah 9 and verse 18. Then Micah 3 and 1. We're going to start with 1 John chapter 2 and verse 10.
Okay. It's the book of 1 John chapter 2 verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
He that loveth his brother abideth in the light.
He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, man. You claim to love blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You love your children. You love your family. Then you abideth in the light. What does it mean to abideth?
It's like to follow.
To follow. You live in. When you abideth in the shadow of the Most High, you live under his protection, meaning you do what he says do.
Okay.
But to abideth under life, who brought life? You understand? The law. And Christ taught us, of course, in the New Testament what life was. And that's what we are. That is what we are obligated to do, man. If you love your brother, then you will abideth in life, man. Meaning you'll follow the law, statutes, commandments. Keep going.
God. Lucky. Damn, I lost it, sir. Salaki. 2 and
1 John 2 and 10.
2 and 10. Book of 1 John chapter 2 and 10. Mm-hmm. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light. And there is none occasion of stumbling in him.
And there is none occasion of stumbling in him. Meaning you don't find that brother, you don't go to the club and see that brother talking to a white woman and say, you understand? Because why? Because what would that do to a brother that's sitting in the seat right now? These brothers coming in here to learn the truth about God.
Right.
These brothers coming in here and they've been tainted and they seeing the hypocrisy of the Christian church. And now they looking at you brothers and they looking at you officers in the school and they looking at you to be what? They looking at you to be the closest thing to God that they've ever seen. They looking at you to be perfect. And so if they go into the club and they see you officer so-and-so, he out there smoking a hookah stick, what is that going to happen? What is that going to do to that brother? It's going to make him say, see, they're just like everybody else, man. Just like a bunch of hypocrites, which is why when you take that oath, man, it's a blood oath. It's a blood oath. You can't break it, man. It's serious, man. It ain't just about your life, man. It's about every other brother's life that comes about around you, man, that looks to you, man. And you got to keep that, man. You can't be in the club eating shrimp because you think nobody's watching. You can't be celebrating Christmas because you think nobody will find out, man.
That's right.
Because it's brothers that's looking up to you. It's sisters that's looking up to you, man. Keep going.
Verse 11. But he that hateth his brother is in darkness.
But he that hateth his brother lives in darkness, man. You up in there slurping on that crawfish, man. You the reason why we enslaved in America, man.
Right.
You celebrating Christmas and celebrating Thanksgiving, which is one of the most wicked, disgusting holidays we can celebrate.
Damn right.
Hate the Native American Indians, man, that died so that they can have that day, man. You celebrate 4th of July. You hate your people, man.
That's
and
right.
You living in darkness, man, because it's disgusting down there, man. It's like the dark alleys in the ghettos of New York, man, where you can find anything, drug dealing, drug affliction, man. And I hate to bring up your city, man, but you know I had to do it. But in the alleys, in the dark places of any city in America, man, you find what? You find sin, man. You find disgustingness there, man. And that's where a brother who hates his people dwells in, man. One like, nah, nigga, we be selling shirts in the alleys out there in New York. Go ahead, man. Keep going. You get my point.
And walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth.
And goes not whether he goeth, man. Drop that. Give me Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 18. As a matter of fact, give me Micah 3 and 1 first. We're going to end on these last two. We're going to get up out of here. 3 and 1.
Come. Book of Micah, chapter 3, verse 1. And I said, hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment?
Is it not for you to know judgment, man? You understand? If you read the book of let me see which one. It's Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 1. It says that Judah's sin is written with a pen of iron and with the tip of a diamond, man. Meaning our sin is it's so clear on us, man, that everything that black people have to do has to be a sin, man. You'll look at a girl in the club and you'll think, oh, she fine, you know, it's cool. You might even have the opportunity to sleep with her. And you're like, you'll do it, it's cool, whatever. But if she has a man, then the value of that woman just went up.
Good.
How many of you don't know what I'm talking about? Oh, she got a man and she's still trying to sleep with me? Nah, I gotta do it, man. I gotta sleep with another brother's woman. That's the sin of Judah, man. And so who else is supposed to know the judgment, man? We supposed to just live right. We supposed to live good. Keep going.
Okay, verse 2. Who hate the good and love the evil.
Who hate the good and love the evil, man. You understand? This is like our leaders, man, who hate the good and love the evil, man. All Christian pastors hate the ISUPK, man.
Right.
And they love the drug dealers. They love the strippers, man, and the prostitutes, man, because it brings them money.
Right.
They hate what we do because what we do in here causes conflict, man. It does something into your spirit, man. When you hear these words, your bones get to shaking, man, because it's doing something to you, man. Because you know that Christianity is a lie.
That's right.
You know that Islam is a joke.
Right.
You know you ain't supposed to be up under your woman, man.
Right.
And you know that you ain't been serving the Lord your whole life, man. And what we do creates conflict in your soul, man.
Right.
But the leaders of our community, they hate it, man. Okay. They hate it, and they love you for you to do evil, man. They show it on every movie. Every movie you see the pastor doing what? I appreciate your donation, brother. Who he talking to? He talking to the drug dealer.
That's right.
And he loves that drug dealer. Keep going.
Who pluck off their skin from off them and their flesh from off their bones.
Meaning what? That all people are starving. And these people, all leaders, they pluck off the skin off their bones, man.
Good
Meaning
night.
they take the very little that they have. They take the very little things that they got. How many of y'all had grandmamas that faithfully gave their money to the church? Now raise your hand if your grandmama was also rich. Your pastor put the skin. If your grandma had nothing but the skin on her bones, he took it.
Right.
If she had nothing but flesh, he took it. Keep going.
Verse 3.
You want the class? Come. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Who also eat the flesh of my people and flay their skin from off them.
And flay their skin from off them, man. Meaning what? Not only do they take what little we have, but they waste what little we got. They waste the righteousness that we have. They turn our brothers into gay men inside of them Christian churches, man.
Right.
The little things that we have. Most of our men is in prison.
That's right.
Most of our men are in prison or dead or in jail, and our leaders take the little men that we got, and he turns them that, you can eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. You could be gay and have a bent wrist in the choir, man, and lead the choir. Keep going.
And they break their bones and chop them in pieces as for the pot.
Meaning what? Keep going.
And as flesh within the cauldron.
Meaning they just destroy our people, man. They take everything from them, then they destroy them till they ain't got nothing left, man. Your grandparents died worshiping that Christian church, and they died needing help with their bills.
Right.
They died needing help feeding their children. They died trying to see their communities change while they Christian pastors lived and got rich and fat off of their bones, man. And that's the lifespan of a Christian, man. Right. To give and give and give and to get nothing in return from that pastor. Keep going.
Verse 4. Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them.
But when that day come, best believe TD Jake's gonna cry for mercy. Creflo Dollar gonna cry unto the Lord. Joel Osteen, he gonna cry. All them black pastors, they gonna cry unto the Lord. But keep going. But the Lord will what?
He will not hear them.
But the Lord gonna turn his ear, man. Why? Because TD Jakes turned the ear of the poor of his people that's crying to him. TD Jakes turned the ear of the poor of his people that needs his help, that needs his mercy, needs a little bit of his money so that they can live. The Lord gonna turn his ear for him. Keep going.
He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they have behaved themselves ill in their doing.
As they have behaved themselves. TD Jakes doing what he's doing. The Lord gonna do it right back unto him. Last scripture, which one I asked for? Now Isaiah 9 and verse 18.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 18. For wickedness burneth as the fire.
For wickedness burneth as the fire, man. You understand? What does that mean? What is wicked? How is wicked burn as a fire?
It's like it burns everything it has conduct in.
Meaning it spreads.
Okay.
You understand? You kindle a fire and a fire starts to what? It starts to spread, just like wickedness does in the Christian church or in the earth. Keep going.
Come on. It shall devour the briars and thorns. It shall kindle in the thickets of the forest. And they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke.
Meaning what? It's going to spread and it's going to become greater. It's going to be lifted up. Meaning homosexuality. Can I say that word? Homosexuality was spread like a wildfire.
Right.
And even though the Lord plagued the earth with AIDS and HIV, it was still puffed up. Meaning that it was still looked at as something that was glorified in its wickedness. Drug dealing has spread like a wildfire. And even though our people die from drug dealing and drug addiction, somehow that wickedness is puffed up and put on high rather than righteousness. Keep going.
Come, verse 19. Though the through the wrath of the Most High of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire.
And the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. Meaning, who is fueling this punishment that's going on through blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians? Us. We are. Every time you eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, there's going to be more mass shootings. Every time you celebrate Christmas, there's going to be more hurricanes. Every time you do these things, our oppressor is going to put his foot on another brother's neck for 8 minutes and 36 seconds, man. Every time you do it. Keep going.
No man shall spare his brother.
No man shall spare his brother, meaning what? They won't choose to live in light so that their brother can live. They'll choose to live in darkness so that they can get rich, so that they could be Jay-Z. So that they could be NBA Youngboy, or TD Jakes, or the next Joe, whatever. Who gives a damn? Keep going.
Come, verse 20. And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry. And he shall eat on the left hand.
And he shall snatch on the right hand, and he shall eat on the left hand. Meaning what?
It's like he just devouring as he goes on. As he plucks one thing, he's putting something else in his mouth, or he's taking it down.
But what is he devouring right now?
Our people, sir.
More specifically, this brother right here, remember, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. This is talking about a specific person. This brother, and he shall snatch. Remember, he shall snatch on the right hand. You understand? And be hungry. And he shall eat on the left hand. Just keep going. Finish it out, and then we'll see if we give it to you so we can get out of here.
And they shall not be satisfied.
And he shall not be satisfied. Keep going.
They shall eat every man of the flesh of his own arm.
Meaning they're eating their self. They're eating their self. You understand? And what does it mean when you're eating yourself?
It's like you're destroying yourself.
You're destroying your own people.
That's
what it means when you're eating of yourself. You understand? Your flesh and your flesh and your bone is your what?
Your people.
It's your family. And when you eat of yourself, you're taking away from your family. What does that mean? Tabawan. When a brother got to sell drugs and he just got to do it, what does he got to do? He got to eat, man. He got to eat some way. And so because I got to eat, I'm going to eat off him. I'm going to sell his mother drugs. I'm going to sell him drugs. I'm going to kill him so that I can live. But in me killing him, then that leaves me not protected anymore. Now I don't have a brother who can stand with me to stand up against coward, disgusting, bitch-made police officers who won't go inside of schools to save our children. Because I ate of my own flesh and I'm hurting my brother. Keep going.
Verse 21. Manasseh,
Uh-huh,
Ephraim,
uh-huh.
and Ephraim, Manasseh,
Uh-huh.
and they together shall be against Judah.
Uh-huh.
For all this, his anger is not turned away,
Uh-huh.
but his hand is stretched out still.
And his head is stretched out still, meaning we still gonna hate one another, man.
Right.
But these tribes have to come together, man. We have to learn to love one another, man. It's not okay to sell drugs to the Mexicans, man.
That's
it's
right.
not okay to sell drugs to the blacks or the Native American Indians, man.
Damn right.
But we gotta gather together, man, like the Bible says so, under Commander General Yohana and
Damn
the
right.
ISUPK, man. And that's it. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Thabuan.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. It's like there's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation will be the closing of the Feast of First Fruits. That's going to be June 12th. This is Sunday. If you're in the North Carolina area, that's actually going down at the Charlotte School. Okay, actually, it's in Kannapolis, right outside of Charlotte. If anybody needs the address, you know what I'm saying, we'll have that for you. More information will come out within the coming weeks. All right. With the food, Mahayar, is there anybody should they get with you if they want to bring food and stuff? Okay, can I just get with the brother over your zone, your camp leader? Over your zone, whatever any dishes or items you want to bring to the feast. Again, that's June 12th. Okay, Salakia. Was it June? I'm not saying June, July. I'm tripping. It's June 12th. Con. Sunday. We want to remind Akim and Akwathian to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he has to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that,